Stop everything you are doing right now, because what I'm going to about review in the next few minutes will completely change how you understand high-level business strategy. While you are trying to save $20 at the grocery store, Larry Ellison just increased his net worth by over 100 billion using a strategy that 99% of entrepreneurs can't even see. At 80 years old, when he should be playing golf and enjoy retirement, this business veteran executed the biggest strategy scope of the decade and humiliate an entire generation of young billionaires in the process. An 80 years old man proved that experience plus capital plus perfect timing can generate returns that pure youth and energy will never achieve. And when you understand what he actually did, you will realize why you keep thinking small while giants rewrite the rules of the game. This isn't about lucky. This isn't about timing. This is about pure business intelligence applied at billionaire scale. I'm Danilo Lyon from Danilo Limitless channel. Every week I bring analysis that nobody else is doing about personal development, NLP modeling of the most successful people and business. Today I'm going to decode the strategy behind one of the greatest wealth multiplication in modern story. Let's start with a perspective nobody else is bringing. Larry Ellison demonstrated what I call executive level pattern recognition. You know what the brutal difference between you and Ellison? You see technological events as isolated story. Ellison sees them as patterns that repeat in predictable cycles. Let me show you exactly what he analyzed. 19th, internet boom, explosive demand for service and database. 2000s, e-commerce explosion, massive need for system integration. 2010s, mobile revolution, cloud infrastructure demand. 2020s, AI revolution, specialized compute infrastructure. And here is the insight that 99% of entrepreneurs can't capture. Ellison positioned Oracle not as just another AI player, but as the foundation layer that everyone else would need to function. It is like in your personal life. When someone asks, Danilo, I want to get rich, what do I do? I respond, start digging deep, removing your fears, your procrastination, understanding your emotions, mainly your emotional blocks. Why? Because infrastructure always precedes application. Back to Ellison. While everyone wants to be the next OpenAI, Ellison decided to be the guy who sells the shows during the gold rush. And you know why this guy is genius? Because however sells the shows always get richer than however digs looking for gold. Oracle signed over 20.5 billion in AI contracts just in the last quarter. This isn't coincidence. It is pattern recognition executed with a military precision. If you are enjoying this strategy analysis, hit the like button now, because I'm going to show you how an 80 years old man executed financial engineering that most people can't even comprehend. Now I'm going to show you why this strategy is brilliant from a business perspective. And here you will understand the difference between small thinking and billionaire thinking. The Stargate project starting in Abilene, Texas, isn't just a data center. It is a strategy mode that pays for itself. Let me break down the numbers so you understand the magnitude. Oracle annual revenue 53 billion. Cloud infrastructure growth 62% in last quarter. Contract backlog 99 billion in already signed contracts. 162 data centers in operation and construction globally. But here's what most analysts can't see. This isn't operational expense. It is competitive barrier construction in its purest form. You know what your problem is when you think about investment? You think about 12 months ROI. Ellison thinks about 12 years domination. And here's what separates Ellison from other AI players. Why OpenAI burned billions in funding, while Anthropic needs constant rounds, Ellison has something they don't have: self-funding capability. Oracle isn't just a software company, it is a cash generation engine that produces 22 billion in operating income annually. This means Ellison can invest aggressively in AI without external pressure, without nervous board members, without dilution concerns. It is strategic capital development using predictable cash flow from database licensing to finance and massive AI bet. While competitors need to prove ROI quarterly, Ellison can think in decades. That the difference between playing with house money versus playing with investor money. Here is where things get really interesting. At 80 years old, Ellison possesses something that younger CEOs simply don't have: multiple technology cycle experience. Let me show you exactly what this means. Cycle number 1, 70s to 80s. Mainframe PC transition. Ellison learned entry timing is more important than superior technology. Cycle number 2, 80s to 90s. Client server. Internet shift. Ellison learned infrastructure plays always make more than application players. Cycle number 3, 2000 to 2010s. On-premise. Cloud migration. Ellison learned resist early, embrace when timing is perfect. Cycle 4, 2020s plus. Cloud AI transition. Ellison applied all lessons from previous cycles. And you know what the smartest decision he made in this cycle was? Not entering first in the AI market, but entering at the exact moment when demand was proven. AI Anthropic validated the market. Infrastructure was still scarce, supply bottleneck, price were high, excellent margins. Competition was still fragmented. Window of opportunity. It's like Warren Buffett always say, time in the market beats time the market. But when you have more than 40 years of market experience, timing becomes an art. Perfect time isn't about being first. It is about being best positioned when the market explodes. This is the part of strategy that separates chess masters from amateur players. Ellison completed partnership with AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure, a move that seems contradictory but is strategically brilliant. Most entrepreneurs think, how do you partner with your competitors? Ellison thinks, how do you become indispensable to your competitors? Let me decode the logic. AWS partnership Oracle database available to AWS clients. Microsoft partnership. Oracle database at Azure, running directly Microsoft's platform. Google partnership. Multi-cloud partnership. Expanding reach. Result: Oracle database running on all major clouds simultaneously. It's like owning the only bridge that connects three rival cities. No matter which cities grow more, you always profit from the traffic. While Amazon, Microsoft, and Google fight each other from market share, Ellison makes money from all of them. It is what I call positive sum game in a world where most people think zero sum. And you know why you can't apply this to your business? Because you still think win to lose when you should think win, win, win. What is your biggest challenge today? Finding the right time to act or building your infrastructure? Leave your answer in the comments. Now, I'm going to show you the most sophisticated part of the strategy. The infrastructure Ellison is building isn't just to meet demand. It is to create impenetrable barriers to entry. Warren Buffett always talked about economic moats, competitive advantage impossible to replicate. But Ellison is creating something beyond traditional moats. He's building what I call computational sovereignty. He is essentially saying, if you want to play in the future of AI at enterprise level, you need to pass through my infrastructure. And here is this strategy master stroke that most executives miss. Oracle's database business isn't just a revenue source. It is a strategy founding vehicle for AI dominance. It is financial stamina that others can't match. This is thinking like the true empire builder, using established cash flow to finance future dominance. And here's what makes this strategy truly exponential. Each data center Oracle builds becomes a template for the next one. Supply chain optimization, construction expertise, operational knowledge, all of these accumulate. It is what I call infrastructure learning curve. Ellison isn't just building data center. He is building data center building capability as core competence. This means Oracle cost per gigawatts decrease while development speed increase. It is compound advantage in physical structure, something software companies can't replicate overnight. After analyzing this entire strategy, my assessment as entrepreneur is that Ellison executed one of the most sophisticated strategy masterpieces of the last decade. This isn't luck. It is calculated aggression based on decades of experience in strategy thinking. At 80 years old, he proved that in the business world, strategy thinking never ages. And when combined with research and execution capability, it can generate wealth creation in modern story. The man isn't just playing business. He is conducting a symphony where each move creates exponential value. If this strategy analysis gave you insights you didn't have before, share with other entrepreneurs who want to access to this level of thinking. And look, next week I'm going to do something great for you. I'm going to hack Larry Ellison's mind, use advantage and LP techniques to decode exactly how he thinks, what mental patterns he used to make these billionaire decisions, and how you apply the same algorithms in your life and business. It will be a complete behavior analysis that will give you access to the mental system of one of the greatest strategic thinkers in story. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss this executive modeling. I'm Danilo Lion. This was Danilo Limitless. Break your limits, build your legacy.